A video has left viewers stunned after capturing the moment a woman called into the woods for her little girl. What happened next had people in disbelief as they watched something unexpected rush toward her just moments later. Amy Carricoft stood outside her Oak Ridge, North Carolina home in the footage, and what happened next made the long-haired woman seem like something out of a Disney fairy tale. "Little girl," she yelled into the trees. While this might seem familiar to many dog owners, what came bounding toward her wasn't your typical four-legged friend. "Here she comes," someone recording the footage says as the video pans toward the sound of something quickly approaching. Viewers then get a good look at little girl and quickly realize she's not a human, a dog, or anything else one might expect. In fact, she's something entirely unexpected, which explains why the viral clip is leaving viewers jaw-dropped. Just like a real-life Disney princess, Amy has befriended the forest animals. Standing outside her door every morning, she called out for a little girl. That girl is a deer, which we see running toward Amy to greet her in the video before jumping up to give her a kiss good morning. "How's my baby?" asked Amy, who at that point reminded viewers of Snow White. The bizarre clip doesn't end there. In fact, Amy then has the animal follow her through the garage and into her home to have breakfast in the kitchen. Preparing a bottle for the deer, Amy is seen shaking up some goat's milk, which the animal eagerly laps up. According to CNN, the deer was brought to Amy as a baby by a friend after it was abandoned. The deer gobbles up the milk before Amy wipes its snout with a napkin. While some viewers found the clip to be the cutest thing, others raised concerns. As animal lovers shared the fairy tale-like experience, some even said they wanted a deer of their own. However, hunters and wildlife rehabilitators felt Amy wasn't doing the doe any favors. They claimed she was allowing the deer to get too comfortable around humans, which could result in it being hit by a car, shot by a hunter, or even harming someone. "After reading some of the comments, I feel compelled to add my own," one hunter wrote, expressing his concern over the footage. While it's true that feeding the fawn will make it somewhat dependent on her, the chance of that harming the deer is slight. The bigger danger, and the one that bothers me much more, is conditioning it not to be afraid of humans, he warned. There are some, not all, don't flame me, deer hunters who would love to fill a doe tag by having one walk up to them so they could kill it, he added. Others were more forceful and blunt with their opinions. "You just gave this animal a death sentence. You've also put all your neighbors and their children at risk of being attacked when this deer matures. And when she doesn't get fed, she'll attack someone," one reader wrote. According to CNN, the deer, which began showing up for lunch and dinner too, was brought to Amy's home after being abandoned. Since the woods behind Amy's house are protected from hunting and provide a suitable location for the fawn to be rehabilitated, the deer continued to come around for bottles before transitioning to regular deer food, which Amy gladly provided when the time came. Although the clip sparked debate about the pros and cons of human interaction and interference with wild animals, little girl eventually assimilated back into the wild and even had a fawn of her own. Shortly after giving birth, little girl stopped coming when she was called, returning to the wild, leaving Amy confident that she hadn't overly domesticated the animal. "She walked off into the woods, and we never saw her again," Amy said. "We combed those woods, but never found anything." Amy and her husband grew so attached to little girl that they decided not to care for another wild animal. "I just watched the videos, and it feels like she still lives on," Amy shared, reflecting on the special bond with the deer, a unique experience she'll never regret.